guys, it's Daisy here. Welcome back to my channel.
Hey Daisy?
Yeah, Justin?
When are the new LPS arriving?
Right now? Hey guys, this is gonna be my live reaction to me opening the new pets I received from Basic Fun after so many years. After a cross-country journey, they have finally arrived at this very doorstep. Look at them! They're so cute! So this right here is all 18 of the new 2024 Littlest pet shops. We got a little preview of the Himalayan cat. This fanny pack, look at on the front, it has the new LPS logo stitched on. It's a very interesting fabric. I love how smooth it is and high quality it is. And in the back zipper, there were all of these stickers and pins, some of which I recognize because I received at LPS Con, like this panda and the logo, but others that showcase the individual pets, like this caterpillar and this shark, the sportiest shark ever. So here they all are all together. I've organized them by stickers and by pins. So it came with 4 pins, the official LPS logo, as well as the panda, poodle, and little centipede that come with the pack of 18 pets. And stickers here, of course, of the logo, as well as the 6 pet types that you can own, from friendliest to sportiest to hungriest and so on and so forth, as well as the signature panda, complete with holographic borders. Once again, thanks so much to Basic Fun for providing all of these additional stickers and the fanny pack. They are all so cute, and I absolutely adore all of the attention to detail you put into these designs. We really appreciate it. Happy New Year, cupcakes! It's Daisy. Welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, 2024 has finally arrived, and so have the brand new LPS. Just look at the beautiful setup. This feels like a dream come true, like as if I just walked into a store and brought the whole container unit with me. But in reality, Basic Fun has sent me the first 18 LPS in the Series 1 lineup of new G7 Littlest pet shops for me to review with you all. And to spice things up just a little bit, we're gonna make this a bit of a challenge. So I'm gonna attempt to guess which LPS is in each of the boxes without looking at the serial number at the bottom, so I'm not cheating. And it is guaranteed on this collector's pack that we will not be getting any duplicates. So no need to worry, we won't have any surprise long-lost twin tropes in this review video. So how this challenge works is that I'm going to make 2 guesses total. Now, if the first guess is correct, I get 1 point. If it's the second guess, I get half a point. And if it's neither of them, then I get 0. So we'll see. That being said, let's go out and break free these little guys already. So this is the very first box that I've selected randomly. I have no idea what's in here, and it is made out of cardboard, very eco-friendly, so there's not much plastic that's gonna be put to waste, hopefully. Now, as for my first guess, which pet is gonna be in here? What's my first 2 guesses? My guess is going to be maybe the bull, or I'm hoping for the pink poodle. That's what I'm hoping for. The pink poodle or the bull are the 2 I'm hoping for. All right, so now I'm gonna get started opening this. I kind of don't want to, but I know I have to. The packaging is just so beautiful. I don't want to ruin it, and I just ruined it. Sorry. I just want to appreciate the attention to detail that Basic Fun put in this design. So I feel kind of bad, but I know that's the only way to open this. Oh, I just realized there's tape. Let's see, was I right with my guesses? Is it the bull or the poodle or something completely different? Oh, it's green. Okay, so I was wrong, I guess, but I'm still happy. Oh, it's this little centipede. So this is the first LPS that came in the blind box set, was this really cute neon green centipede. I'm informed it's a centipede. And right away, I'm noticing that the bobblehead is much lighter. I love also how shiny the paint is, the yellow paint is on the LPS, especially on the star. It's so beautiful and pastel. It came with this little green drink. And again, in each blind box, there's a coin with a virtual code you can use to bring your LPS to life in the Roblox game. I'm not going to show you the code, but this is what it looks like. And here's what it looks like on the back as well. And of course, we can't forget the trading cards. This is really well done. I love how shiny this is for one. It's like laminated. It shows you the stats of the pets and what number pet it is. And I just love how they put the LPS in front of a realistic background. It ties back to how we as LPS photographers like to put our LPS in real life situations. And here's what the back looks like too. All right, and this is the official collector's guide for series 1 of the new Littlest Pet Shop Pets. This is right away giving me waves of nostalgia because these are almost exactly what the old pamphlets used to look like back in the early and late 2000s, except it's a lot more smaller and very conscious of how much paper it uses, because in the past I feel like they've used a lot of paper that was very thick and was just hard to store, but this is very much more efficient. Oh, I just realized there's another fold. There's even more pets than we imagined. And there's our little centipede, so we can check this guy off the list and start counting the rest of them. And on the back, there's even more LPS on the list. And over here, we have a guide on what LPS type they are personality-wise, as well as their levels and their rarities. I'm assuming these are the stats that you can get in-game that vary, and then the personalities are pretty consistent among all of the LPS. So if we were to look at this trading card that we just received, this centipede here is one of the sassiest LPS at a level 1 and with a core rarity. So it is probably one of the more common pets and not one of the more rare ones. One more thing I'd like to add is that I've never owned an LPS of this mold before, and I love how Basic Fun is starting out with a bang and bring some of the more underrated, I should say, LPS molds. So molds that have only been used once, twice, maybe even 3 times, molds that we haven't typically seen in the previous wave of G2, or I should say now G7 LPS. Moving on to our second box, and admittedly I've tried to open this off camera many times so I could open it nice and neat, but there's just, I don't know if there is a, oh. Okay, I just figured out that you can just push this up and it'll be fine, so. Oh geez, I almost forgot to guess the next two. Okay, so when I shook the box, it was a little heavy initially, so my guess is probably going to be maybe it's the Jaguar or the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. So let's see if I was right. So Jaguar or Spaniel or something else. Let's see. Wait a minute, it's the poodle! Oh, my favorite, yes! Oh my gosh! Technically, this was my second guess in the first box. I'm gonna count that as half a point, just because I like the points. I've commented this before the new LPS were even out, but she was at the top of my wish list because purple is my favorite color, and poodles are one of my favorite breeds of dogs, just because I have a poodle in real life. So to have her finally in my collection, I could scream right now, but it's late for me. So the accessory that she came with was this blue hairbrush, which coincidentally matches her bow. Her head is a little bit squishy too, I'm just noticing. And you can still turn her head and stuff, and her head still bobbles, which I like. And she's also pretty light as well. I do have a poodle in this mold already, so I'm gonna do a quick comparison. This is the pink poodle that I also own too. There is a slight difference between these two, I can tell. I feel like the snouts are a little different. Maybe it's just because this one has a black nose, like when they're pointed on both sides. But other than the plastic, there's not really much difference between them, but that's okay. I love the star tattoos on this one. This one feels a little bit lighter. I'm gonna guess it's one of the pandas, maybe the black one or the purple one, or maybe the otter. Is the otter in this one? Let's see. Is this tingling your ASMR senses right now? Is this making you quake? Oh geez, the tape. It's always the tape. Alright, place your bets, guys. Is it one of the pandas or the otter or a third option that I'll get no points for? Let's see. Okay, I'm not gonna look at the trading card because that's a spoiler. Let's see. Wait! Oh, it's the pelican! Oh, wow, I was completely off. Yeah, this is definitely the pelican. Look at him! So once again, I was completely off, but we did end up with this cute pink pelican. I've commented on a TikTok that this one reminds me a lot of LPS Hannah because her color schemes were all about the pinks, the yellows, the purples, and I especially love how glossy the yellow paint is in comparison with all the other ones. It feels really slick. Pretty good, cool. And then there's the little symbol for the pelican on its little feathers, like its little crest. One thing I will say is that the eyes, you can't really see on camera, but they're just a tad bit grainy. You can't really tell unless you're up close. The accessory that this came with was this fish skeleton, so we can assume that it already ate some fish on the way here during its hunt. Also, I do have a pelican in my collection from the G2 line, so we'll go ahead and make the comparison. So they're not too different, as you can see. We've made it to bag number 4, and my guess this time is probably the chameleon or the Himalayan cat, so let's check it out. Which little friend are we breaking out next? Was I right? Is it the chameleon or the cat or something else? Wait! Don't tell me! It's the #1 panda! The signature mascot panda! So this is the very first LPS #1 of Series 1 of the 2024 LPS, the signature panda, and apparently the only one with heart reflections in its eyes. Super cool. We've been seeing this LPS circulate all across the internet since we heard news that the LPS were gonna come back. And the pandas were my initial guess in the previous round, so I'm gonna give myself another half a point for being really close. The accessory that it came with was a stick of, I think, bamboo or a plant of some sorts. Y'all, I'm seeing double trouble. Are we sure these two aren't long-lost twins? And here I thought we weren't gonna have any long-lost twin tropes around here. But they are very different in that this one has its right paw down and this one has both paws up on its stomach. But the eye colors and the markings are very similar. I mean, except this one does have gray paint and this one doesn't. This is one of the first LPS that came out in the early 2000s with the Magneton. Here's another LPS we can compare it to. This one is a sticker eye pet from the G2 line, but this one does have its paw down. And again, the markings are pretty similar, the black and white, typical black and white pattern. I just thought it'd be funny to have all three of them together and just have a big old sibling reunion. Also, I'm noticing the eyes are not the only things shining around here. The black patches that surround the eye, like you see in most pandas, also are shiny too. I'm thinking that's metallic paint, or maybe they just expanded the gloss over to this black paint, which is kind of cool. And it's no wonder why even all the way in the back you can still see how glossy and shiny the light reflection is. Here's box number 5, and this time I'm going to guess the Himalayan cat again, and the anteater this time. What's it gonna be? What are you gonna be? I wanna know! Come on out! Suspense is killing me. Wait! Wait! I got one right! It's the Himalayan cat! Aww! I don't know how my voice just went up a whole octave, but it was for a good reason. I'm gonna add a full point to the scoreboard, my very first guess on the first try, or I should say 5th try. But this is also another personal favorite that stole my heart when the promo pictures were revealed on the LPS Instagram account. It's the Himalayan cat with heterochromia, or 2-colored eyes, I should say. The thing that stood out to me about this LPS is the spray paint design on its face. It's not something you see very commonly in a lot of LPS. Usually most of their markings are painted solid, like for example, the ears, the tail, or like the black patches of the panda that we saw earlier. So getting to see the spray paint for the very first time in the G7 line is always so refreshing. And just look at, how can you say no to this little face here? Basic Fun did a really good job with this one. And the accessory that it came with was this bowl of lemonade. And if you're wondering, I do have a Himalayan cat from G2 just for comparison, albeit it's a sparkle pet. Let's do a quick turnaround. The color scheme is very similar, and so are the markings. This one has a pink bow, this one is a blue bow, and obviously this one has two different color eyes, and this one has both blue eyes. But it stays true to the Himalayan breed and the mold that it was based off of. Box number 6 is next, and this one isn't really moving too much in the box, so it could be one of the bigger ones. So I'm gonna try one more time and guess the Jaguar and the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. I'm still vying for those two. I feel like a child on Christmas once again, like when you open presents. That's just the feeling that blind boxes elicit, is just the feeling of surprise. You don't know what you're gonna expect until you actually open it. Oh, okay. I was off again. It looks like we got... Ooh, oh, watch out. Jaws, it's making its way downtown with this LPS shark. So this is the 6th pet that we opened, which was this shark. It is really cool looking, and truth be told, I've never owned a shark LPS until now, so like the centipede, this is going to be a first for my collection. I especially love the placement of its symbols. The lightning bolts, it's showcasing its sporty side. It's got good guns, it can ride the waves and rip the curls without fail on this surfboard.
You just drop in and just smack the lip. Whoop-ah! Drop down, snap. Ah!
Here's a closer look at the surfboard. It is a beautiful, flashy red color. So we're thirds of the way through, and the scoreboard is 2 half points and 1 full point. Not doing so great right now, so maybe we can spice things up with this 7th box. I'm gonna guess maybe it's the cockatoo, the yellow cockatoo, or what else it could be? Maybe the walrus. I'm able to open these much faster too without damage. A new personal best. All right. Is it the walrus, the bird, or something else? Let's see. Oh my gosh! Did I just get another full point for good guess? Yes, I did! Oh, cool. Look at this little guy. Truth be told, I have never seen this mold in the official LPS lineup of G2 toys. One of the LPS tubers I'm mutuals with was able to fact check and say that yes, this mold did indeed exist in Gen 2. I'll put a picture of it right here, which, as I've implied, don't currently have, but I do have a cockatoo LPS with a very similar color scheme. But as you can see, the white and yellow color scheme is very prominent in both pets, as well as the blue eyes, although there is no gray feathers or pink feet on this little guy. I still think he makes an excellent cockatoo. What's funny is that when I first saw the promo pic for this little guy, where they lined up all the LPS with their accessories, I thought in the picture he looked kind of a bit derpy, kind of like how LPS number 1 in the G2 lineup was. You know the one we're talking about, Chihuahua number 1. But now that I see him real life, he actually looks pretty cute. And his accessory is another surfboard, so now we got 2. And here I was confident we wouldn't have any doubles, but we do have double the accessories. But I don't mind. Next box, we got box number 8. Now let's take another guess. What other pets could be in here? I'm gonna guess maybe the Clydesdale horse, or let's guess the Corgi this time. Oh no, the tragedy. Ripped this piece of cardboard. On the one hand, I'm glad this is both secure and eco-friendly, but at the same time, it's just, the guilt is still ripping me apart. All right, what have we got here? Who are you? Wait! Oh, it's the little chameleon! Or lizard! I think it's a chameleon. Oh. This is a major first for my collection. If you don't already know, there was only one chameleon in existence in the G2 line. So to have this guy finally in the collection is just mind-blowing. The paint is so pretty on this one. It's a little bit rough around the edges. Kind of what I would expect from a chameleon. They're a little rough around the edges, literally. Ah, jokes. But here, this is the accessory that it came with, was this plant, much like how with the panda came with this piece of bamboo plant. Now we're at box number 9. We're pretty much halfway through this entire set. My next guess is going to be maybe I'm gonna guess the bowl again, or maybe even the purple panda. So let's find out. Let's see. What are you? Oh, wow, okay, this is the anteater. Look how bright she is. I feel kind of bad now. I never would have guessed the anteater, but I still think she is absolutely gorgeous and well known the way. I do have another anteater, which is from the G2 line. As you can see, this one is much more rich in pink, whereas this one is a little more faded except for on the head. But the color patterns are pretty similar. Oh, and the LPS marking I just noticed, we used to be on its back leg, and now they have them on the back of their head. We have officially reached double digits with the 10th box. I feel like the closer we get to the end, the closer our guesses will be. So what have we got here? My guess is probably going to be the snow bunny, the white and blue bunny, and maybe the Clydesdale horse. So did we get the horse, or did we get the bunny, or something else? Oh, wait! Oh, we got the walrus this time. Oh, wow, he's huge. So this guy is shining, shimmering, splendid. So much glossy paint, but such a beautiful blue color scheme. And this marks another first in my collection. Its head is a little squishy, but I feel like even the G2 walruses had kind of squishy heads, and its head is a little slanted as well. But nonetheless, he's still able to stand up on his own, and he's a generally really cool guy. No pun intended, of course. And his accessory is this little bucket. I'm assuming he's going fishing somewhere, maybe. We're at bag number 11. This one feels a little bit heavier. I could be wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and guess the cavalier once more, and then maybe the otter. I think it's pretty clear which ones are my favorites that we have yet to receive. I mean, it's hard to pick one out of the 18, or just a few of the 18 that are my favorite. It's clear that there are some that I lean more towards, but I'm genuinely happy that we got, you know, these type of LPS back in stores at all. I just want to be grateful for that. Either way, let's see. Oh, whoa, plot twist! We got the jaguar this time. Come on out, buddy. Aw. Oh my goodness. Wow, she is glowing. My goodness gracious. So I believe this is a jaguar or panther or tiger. I mean, it's not a tiger, it doesn't have stripes. I'm just gonna call it a jaguar for now. But look at her color scheme. She is beautiful. And this pet's accessory is this potted plant. I've never owned a potted plant of this mold before. I don't even know where this accessory originally came from in the G2 line. And the jaguar is another underrated mold that we don't typically see. It started out as a special edition jaguar that you could only get by mail, and then there were like 1 or 2 others that came after it that we haven't seen any since. And I do happen to have an LPS of a similar mold for this comparison. So let's do a quick spin. Not much difference in the actual mold, the plastic itself. Now we're at bag number 12. Just gonna go with my gut here and say maybe this is the otter and the purple panda. The Basic Fun did a really good job making sure that we have absolutely no clue what the pets are until we actually get them, so as to not bias our shopping. But let us see, did we get it right again or not? Oh wait, this is the corgi. Wait, did I guess corgi? Hang on, I gotta play the tape back. So I rewinded the footage, I was wrong again, but nonetheless, look at this little guy. She is adorable. I just love especially how the yellow is more faded and less pastel. It's good that we get a variety of color schemes in these molds, some that look realistic, some that are just pastel, and some that are a mix of both. And with this one, I love that they chose a more realistic color scheme to introduce the corgi molds. And this marks another first, because I've never owned a corgi of this mold before. I do have an LPS corgi in my collection, but Not exactly the same mold, but as you can see, the realistic color schemes are prominent in both of them. It's just their sitting and standing positions are different. And she did come with this little crown, which I love because I love how it's just a straight up reference to the Queen's corgis in the UK. Look at her! Oh my gosh. You guys, we're getting very close to the end. This is box number 13. Oh boy, number 13. Alright, I'm gonna guess the bunny or the Clydesdale horse. What is it? What is it? Wait, is this what I think it is? Oh, yes, I got one right! It's the bunny! Oh, whoops. So we'll add another point to the scoreboard, but here is the adorable snow bunny. This blue and white color scheme, for some reason, gets me every time. I do own another snow bunny LPS, not in this exact mold, but it has a similar color scheme. Here she is. The blue is a little more faded on this one versus our snow bunny on the right. But the concepts are still pretty similar to one another. This one's eyes, though, I've noticed they're very dilated. The irises are very more defined, the blue color, and you can hardly see the whites, though then again, this is a white bunny. I do also have a bunny in this mold from the G2 line of pets. Besides the color scheme, there's a very clear difference where this one's ears are pointed up, kind of like the regular LPS bunnies from G2, whereas this one's are a little more curved and, I was gonna say they're more flexible, but they're not. But their positions, their body positions are very similar. And this one's head is a little more higher. Wait, this is so interesting. The head they use is from a different rabbit mold. Hang on a sec. Wow, this is actually really fascinating. So this is one of my first LPS in my collection, is this bunny. This is the first bunny of its kind. But if you look at these two's heads carefully, their head shapes are eerily similar, as well as their ears. They're like both very straight up, and the tufts of the hair match nearly identical. So this bunny here is a fusion between two different bunny molds. It has the head of this one and the body type of this brown one. Who would have thought? Did anyone notice that before watching this video? Let me know in the comments. Wow, well, the more you know, they say. Let's try out this accessory on the bunny. This is supposed to be a plastic scarf. Again, another plastic accessory that's wearable. It's interesting how they went for a plastic design versus a fabric design, like in the G2 line. I think it's very doable for any other LPS besides the bunny too. Now it's time for box number 14. Let's go with the panda. Once again, the purple panda or the bull. We haven't guessed the bull in a while. Into the depths of the unknown, which will soon become known to all of us. Ooh, what is this? Got a bucket. Oh, it's the Clydesdale! So the Clydesdale was actually one of my first guesses in the previous round, so we're gonna add a half point to the scoreboard. He looks like he is ready to get some farm work done, for sure. Like, look at the tufts of hair on his hooves. I'm beyond thrilled that Basic Fun brought back the Clydesdale horse. If you don't know, there was only, I think, 1 or 2 molds of this type in existence in the previous G2 line. So to have this guy back for the revival as one of the first 18 LPS has me ecstatic in that we have different horse types to work with. It came with this green bucket, much like the walrus came with a blue bucket. Got another set of twins over here, and they're not the LPS. Time for bag number 15. Only 4 pets left. I'm gonna guess the panda or the otter. This one seems like a smaller LPS. Otter, panda, or something else. What are you? Oh, I was right! Yes! Another point for the scoreboard. It is the purple panda! So this is actually apparently a variant of the signature panda that we saw earlier. This one instead has purple markings and pink patterns on the inside of its ears, and on its cute little paws also it has a hot pink nose, which I love. Yeah, all in all, other than the purple and pink, they're very similar. Also, what's interesting is that in the promo ads for this panda, it said that this panda is the only LPS to have the heart eye reflection, but this one also has a heart eye reflection. So I'm not sure if they meant just the panda has this mold or just this particular panda. And as expected, its accessory is the bamboo plant, just like the ones for the first panda and the little chameleon. So now we've got a set of triplet accessories. Okay guys, we're down to the final 3 with this 16th box. This one definitely feels heavier, so it's gotta be the bull or the cavalier. Those were the 2 that I have overguessed the most in this video. So let's find out. What's it gonna be? Oh, yep, we got it! It is the bull. Oh my goodness. This guy is glowing, like literally glowing. There's a lot of highlights in this face, so I'm guessing that the spray paint technique was used for this one, but this is so wild. Never in a million years did I think I would ever own a bull before. Like, there was only one LPS bull of its type, and now we have 2 with this first bull ever in the G7 lineup. One thing I will comment on is that the eyes and a little bit of the face is kind of grainy in terms of the paint job, but again, it's not really noticeable from a distance. And oh, there's the little lightning bolt symbol. Oh, on both sides too. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. And this little trophy, of course, he's a winner. He's a winner in our hearts of something. I don't know what it is. Now we're down to box number 17, the second to last box. And I don't want to make 2 guesses because then that'd be cheating. It's obvious that the cavalier and the otter are the only ones left. So I'm going to go ahead and guess, given how light this one is the otter. I'm so excited. Come on out. Yep, I was right. It is the otter, the very first in my collection. Look at her. So add another point to the scoreboard. I totally lost track of the score, but that's okay. She is so beautiful. Like, the pink and baby pinks just work in harmony with this otter. I do think she is a duplicate or like a spin-off of a similar otter with a similar color scheme. I'm gonna insert a picture right here. She came with a set of binoculars, which I will attempt to put on her. I think you can. Yes, you can. She can wear it and carry it with her. Super cool. And finally, it's the moment we've been waiting for. This is the very last box of this set, and we already know what it is. No need for guessing or adding points for this one. Where's our puppers at? We've been waiting for you. We guessed you many times in a row, and finally, you have landed. So of course we had to save the best for last, unintentionally, with this King Charles Spaniel, and she is shining, shimmering, splendid. I am obsessed with this mold ever since she came out, and I have been waiting to get this mold for so long. There is only 2 or 3 of its kind. So to have her finally in my collection and in this G7 kickoff is like a dream come true. I'm sure I've said that about many of the LPS today. She's just gorgeous. She is a photogenic queen. She came with this adorable blue sailboat that matches her eyes. As I've already implied, I don't have a King Charles Spaniel in my collection already, but I do have an LPS dog that has a very similar color scheme. This is the Cocker Spaniel mold. The colors on this Cavalier are a little more pastel, more saturated than this one, but the eye color, the noses, the patches of white are eerily very similar. Besides the back paws, there's no white patches on her back paws, or on her chest there's no star. Was it inspired or just coincidence? The world may never know. And that concludes my unboxing and review of the first 18 LPS in the G7 lineup. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and once again, let me know in the comments which of these first 18 were your favorite. Overall, I'd have to say that G7 LPS are off to a great start. There is an even balance of pastels and natural colors and different types of pet molds all around. There were a few comments made about some of the pets in terms of the paint job and in terms of how squishy they were, but keep in mind that this is just the first 18 out of I don't know how many pets we'll see this year, next year, and who knows how long. Like I said before, I'm just so grateful that we even got LPS back in stores at all. And as a longtime collector, these 18 do not disappoint. I am in love with just their color schemes and the fact that these are LPS that we didn't typically see in the G2 line. I absolutely appreciate the attention to detail that went into the packaging design, the LPS themselves, the accessories, and even the little pictures on the trading cards. I felt the waves of nostalgia the entire time I was opening these, but at the same time, it's also interesting to see how all of these different elements of the LPS products have evolved with the current times. From eco-friendly packaging to a robust online platform on Roblox. I mean, this is just the beginning and I'm stoked already. And if you're interested in bringing home an LPS like these and maybe even make one of them your mascot, they are available in stores right now across the US at local retailers and on Amazon. I'll provide some links below for reference. So with that in mind, thank you so much for watching this video. I love you guys, stay safe, and cheers to a brand new year with new LPS with more to come. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.